welcome back. It's probably still really loud. Sorry about the other one. I keep forgetting I'm wearing this mic. Okay, I'm new and welcome back to the Eclipse Cast. That's not gonna happen. So anyway, welcome back. Another episode of the podcast. Keeping it consistent. I'm trying to. I do need to upload the last one because it's kind of like the last one I recorded and I just haven't uploaded it yet. But that one should be up. Pretty shit. Shit. Why is this doing? You know what's all about? Okay. My brain is based. So yeah. The last one I did was me ranting like a madman about superpowers. I said something about superhero shows. I had a lot of good ideas about that, but that got me thinking about not talking. I'm really great at this, as you can see. But yeah, it's because I'm driving and I'm focusing on that, so I have to pause it. I will get better at it, and I'm also, again, I don't explain things very well, despite how much I know about the subjects. Like, I'll know a lot about something, I just can't. How much of my podcast is just me talking about how much I can't speak, despite making a fucking podcast. Maybe it will make me get better. Maybe if I sat down and structured this a little more. Because I kind of, I come in with like a general idea of what I'm going to do, and then I kind of just riff off that. Yeah, that got me thinking. Especially because yeah. So the superhero podcast last week, or I recorded last week, goes on for this probably today as a filming, but it will be late. Or tomorrow, which is like the end of the week, which is not good. I need like a day. I think I'm going to do for like Wednesday. Based on my normal schedule, I usually work Tuesday and I'm off Wednesday, which is giving me upload time. Yeah, as long as it's not early enough. I think if I film Tuesday and upload Wednesday, that's a solid upload schedule. So that might be what I do next week, but this week it's going to be late in the week. I was going to say, no, nothing I can do. I mean, there's anything I can do now. But yeah. This is going great. But yeah, so I was talking about superpowers and like thinking about a real life element, and this was something I was actually going to record on Halloween. But I think if the research done, I see a little bit of research I actually did, which turned out to be wrong because I can't do math to save my fucking life. But yeah, so we're talking about, I was talking about like thinking about certain superpowers and then supernatural creatures with like kind of like applying real world logic to them, which something I've always been interested in. It's like fucking a vampire. How much blood does a vampire actually need in like real life? I mean, but yeah, no, so I tried to do it myself. Research geeked, well, I kind of got, and it didn't really fucking work out. The math part, which is what threw me off, because I mean, obviously there aren't just like fucking measure that kind of shit. There's not just fucking, well, turns out there was, but I didn't look at enough calorie sheets for fucking blood. Complete second. Yeah, no, bro, he's this fucking dude. Which, he's from Florida, which explains his behavior. But he just, like, walks barefoot in the Everglades and just, like, fucking walks up to fucking dangerous ass animal and just fucking goes yoink and fucking grabs it. Does fucking alligators, fucking snakes. And then bro didn't think that was enough. So he goes to the fucking Amazon. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the Amazon. Goes to the Amazon and just starts fucking yoinking shit there. Pretty sure he went to Australia as well. And just like fucking, he's terrorizing. He got bored of terrorizing fucking Florida, so he went to somewhere even more dangerous. And it doesn't. I forgot his name. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. He's really fucking funny and very knowledgeable on the animals he does. Most of the animals he'll grab and like get rid of are like invasive fucking pythons and then these other lizards that are invasive. So that's the main thing he like gets rid of. So it's actually really good. It's just funny to watch. And he's just like, yep, no. What should I do? Terrorize the ecosystem? Yeah, that's my job. Which ironically is the opposite to what I'm gonna do. Okay. Again, another subject. No. We're gonna get back to it. I'll talk about this shit later. I gotta stay on track. Okay, so back to it. Because yeah, no, obviously I'm a really big fan of superpowers and then also like supernatural creatures and shit, all of that kind of shit, and just thinking about them in real life is interesting. Like, so yeah, the vampire and how much more. So I tried to do my research, and I was trying to figure out like the average fucking like you're not some super like you get turned today, you're like a normal person. Like, what would the average person need? So average person needs about 2,000. About 2,000 calories. That's probably a little like you could do less. So I'm pretty sure that's for men. I don't know what the women's one is off the top of my head. Also, my voice is a little shot. It's from work. Ignore that. It shouldn't be that bad. I feel like it's that enough. I can just feel like fuck career. Good for something. Here's a fucking podcast, but what are we gonna do? I find my voice is irritating enough. Which talking out loud. It's mainly hearing my voice. That does it. I think I'm fine in other times, but hearing it kind of throws me off. I don't like it. It is strange. But yeah, the average person about 2,000. Yeah, that's a little bit. About eating about 2,000 calories in I think a cup. I think a cup's 200. So you need about 10 cups of blood a day for the average vampire. This is assuming that you're not the kind who can like fucking have some and just but if you're feasting solely on the blood. This part I did see from the fucking TikTok. Because, I mean, I was doing math, but it was the fucking, I was doing some weird ass shit. I had it written down, it's fucking strange. And I definitely ended up on some sort of fucking, hopefully, I mean, it was around Halloween-ish when I was doing this. So hopefully whoever's the fucking federal agency is like looking at my shit's like, hey, he's probably just doing something for Halloween. And not a fucking cannibal trying to eat me. But yeah, you need about 10 cups of blood. The TikTok then goes to say that you need. I need fucking. Yeah, no. This is gonna be ass. I could stop. I don't want to stop. Well, I might stop. If I stop the recording, I have to read. And then I have to do fucking amount of effort on this show. And I put it together. Yeah, good stuff. Yes, that should be fun. But yeah, so yeah, this is the part. It's like, I'm glad I didn't have to research this part. So, then he goes on to say, the average baby about a cup, apparently. Again, I have no backup for this research. I my research, I was doing fucking liters, which I'm in a math league. I was doing this shit in liters. But he did this in cups, and he had more concise research than me. Average baby. So your average baby is about a cup, which means to fill yourself up, you would need to get 10 babies. Average person is 10. And again, this is based on what this random kid said. Which means you need about a person. 10 babies or a person. A really big human last you a couple, like a fucking person of above average size. I forgot, he used the funniest term to describe it too. I don't remember what he said. But that was fucking... Yeah, no. And it was funny. But yeah, a larger human, a high calorie human, I think it was high calorie human. That's what he said. Or I might have got something from somewhere else. It doesn't really matter. They're fucking, they're gonna get you about 2 or 3 days off of it. So that's implying that you're only feeding on humans. If it's not even a thing for feeding on animals, that makes it a lot easier. Based on the math, a fucking stray cat probably similar to a baby inside, or they're about similar to a baby inside, which means they probably have the same blood volume. So you could probably get away with a couple of 10 stray cats a day. Which is more feasible than killing 10 babies or a fucking person. Stray dog, depending on the breed, probably you're gonna get some more. And this is, I'm completely going off fucking books. I'm now just using the fucking, my dumbass logic. Because I'm like, and think about it, obviously if you get like a blood bank or something, you're set for a while. But if you're just like having to scavenge, you just happen to go out and do this on your own. And obviously, you could probably get people to donate if independent. You could probably find some people. You fucking, if it's not your family, you can find some weird ass people on the internet who would happily give their blood to a fucking vampire. Fucking happily. Absolutely. But yeah. That's just like, that's very interesting. And technically, there are people, thinking of like their other aspects. Stake in the heart's gonna kill anyone. The regeneration. I don't know how that would work anymore. I mean, there are animals who can do it. That wouldn't be as crazy. Shape-shifting ability. Kind of like, just like, do all their abilities, how they would work. Sunlight allergy is a real thing. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. There's a case of it. So that could be an actual thing. You could get somewhat of a fucking vampire. And that's about their whole feeding schedule. I'm trying to think. Yeah, just like having this guy. I guess if a fucking large human eats 2-3 days, if you get like a cow or a deer, you're probably set for it. A deer, a normal size deer is probably about as big human. Which means one deer will get you the fucking. So I guess a rule. Fuck. Okay. Well, that word's rural. What the fuck? I don't know. I can't say that fucking word. Rural. Okay. We're gonna move on because that's not. Yeah. No, fuck this word. You know what I mean? Might be better than a big city. Because if you're feeding on solely humans, you can get a bit from, if you're in a big city, I mean, this is going to sound fucked, but again, this is a horror scenario where you are a vampire. Which reminds me, we do need to get into like the Vampire the Masquerade series of games. I've played, they had a Battle Royale Bloody. That was pretty fun. You can see like the different archetypes of vampires and shit. You have like, you have like the normal, like human looking ones. You have like the strong ones, you have like physical powers, and then you have your like more like mind affecting powers, but you also have like versions that are like, who are like, they've like feed into the fucking on like, they're like deformed. So they have to like hide, feed on like rats and shit in the sewer. Or like, which he's telling the fucker was gonna say, if you live in the city, I guess, I mean, the homeless population, depending on what city you live in, that could sustain like a fucking feral city vampire. And they're gonna be a lot easier to find, even if you're out in the fucking. I think they're true. Those are some. Too small. I think they're guns. But yeah, no. Fucking go. Why the fuck would they be guns? I don't fucking know. That shit. Maybe I just saw them. It could be like. I don't know what the fuck the animals are. But yeah. Because even where I fucking. Well, I used to. There are obviously farms and shit. But I really feel like the human is kind of, I don't know, because you can hit a farm, but like a farmer's going to start noticing your animals going missing. Unless you can just, I mean, with the enhanced system, you could just hunt in the woods. I don't know how many fucking, and if one deer's going to last you, but I don't know if we're going to be able to drink it and store it either. One deer's going to last you, but I guess, I'm trying to think, with the city, yeah, that's very interesting with the city. Homeless people and like stray animals would be better being out in the country with farms, because the farms, the city obviously has more people, but it's attacking people that no one's really looking for in the human versus like a farm animal. Like a farm is going to notice if their animals are invisible unless you're again just getting them out of the woods. If you find a decent supply, I guess if you're doing the woods right, you would have to move so you don't like wipe out the population of your food. Imagining it's like a tribe of vampires. Tribe or clan, I think it's usually how they're described. I guess tribe if they're more primitive. Like, I mean, that's a lot of shit to do. I mean, I guess that's what you think. And also, in most media, they don't fucking. No, you don't really see them. They don't completely go on. They don't seem to need like the full amount. I mean, obviously, don't think about it realistically of what they would have. I did also look up the blood counts of animals. I don't remember them off the top of my head, and they were in fucking meters. No, it helps. Determine. Like but if we're going off the human ratio, you can kind of, I guess we can kind of picture of what an animal would have in that scenario, like how much blood they would have in their body. Like, obviously, there's a lot of depictions, which, yeah, that did get me thinking. Again, this is based on solely if that TikTok was accurate, which it, I mean, he had the fucking pig. I mean, so it should be something. As far as depictions of vampires, like in the sewers feeding off of rats, I mean, like, fucking Hysteria and fucking Baldur's Gate. Granted, that's in the fantasy world, we're thinking in real life, so it probably doesn't need to fully be fucking, he doesn't have to hit a fucking caloric intake during the day. Yeah. But like you fucking, if they're like, it's a fucking baby's cup, whatever it was, baby's cup, rats, it's gonna be less than that. Like an half. So you need a fuckload of rats, which I guess consumers in certain areas is going to be like you have to eat a lot of rats and fucking birds and shit, which is something I've just found interesting. I guess if you get in an area where there's a ruined station, I mean you could fucking spread in the station and look up a fucking rat for the feed or something. I think at that point you might as well find a better source of food. But yeah, that's just an interesting thought. Like I can't even want, I guess, fucking breaking it down. Where would be the better area to live in? I guess it depends. I think ultimately, depending on, I guess it depends on city size. If you're in a really big city, I think ultimately, despite the increase, well, vampires don't show up on campus. If we're going by that logic, then I would say city better. Again, another side tangent. Fucking finally getting close to fixing this goddamn road. This fucking road near where I fuck well, it's between the city I live in and the city I used to live in. But the city I work in. Weird fucking shit. I've been doing fucking road work before. Road for like 2 or 3, I think. Yeah, about 3. At least 2 fucking years. The entire time I've been fucking committing back and forth. And listen, they are finally getting to the point. Like, it's almost done. Which also completes it. Really fucks up my fucking. Because obviously, I get to the point when I'm working on like most of it. I mean, maximum of the area that I go is 60. So once I get to that part, you're going 60 for a while, and then you have to get to this part, drop down to like fucking 50. And then you go back up, and then you can fucking go back up to 60. By the time you're up and cruising at 60 for a bit, it drops back to 55. Which is funny, like, dude, fucking, genuinely probably cut a little bit of like, you know, if you just, like, fucking cut a good bit, not a good bit. They'd shave a good few minutes. It's like, just go 60 the whole way. And then, like, how it was before, and then you got to fucking watch it because the roads is not like, part of it's cut out. So it goes from like a normal fucking 2-lane to like a normal fucking road. Like, one lane's for the people that are going towards you, and one lane's for the people. You know what I mean? Yeah, fucking it's like fucking like a normal fucking 2-lane, like a highway. It's like split sections to like a normal like fucking street road, which is fucking again annoying because you have to go over and shit. And now it's some even a weirder design, but it actually looks like they're making they're close. So I'll let it go. Yeah, just a little bit. It's been getting on my nerves because like you feel like I only see them like once a month, actually doing their shit. Not once a month. About once a month. Maybe. I'm sure fucking twice a month I can see them like working. Like they pick 2 weeks, maybe one of the month, and then do some shit, and then you wouldn't see them. With how much I grab, like I should see fuckers on that bitch every fucking day, because it's been a bit. But moving on from vampires, and I don't have calorie information on the next one, but we're gonna do some endurance. Werewolves, how would they work in real life? So, because obviously we're not talking about like turn into like actual wolf. We're talking turn into a full-on fucking 700-pound half man, half wolf type thing. And like the thing is, like obviously, fucking fantasy world needs magically turn into that. No problem. But obviously, that's not how it works in real life. And I was like, there's actually a really good. There's a I don't know. It's a web series. Not really a web series, but fucking series of horror stories. I guess it's one continuous. But there's a fucking it's a story series. I don't know if it's a series, but like it's going in circles. Yeah, it's called Werewolves Are Assholes. And how their werewolves work. While you're in human form, you have a healing factor still, because that's how they transform. Their body literally breaks it fucking down and like rolls in the new shit. And now they fucking transformations are like actually kind of rare in the universe. I'm not gonna get into how they turn into it because that's like more magical element. Though they did do some sciencey shit, but I haven't. Well, I listened to it now, so I haven't sat down and read it. But I haven't heard it in a while. But how it works, essentially, to become a werewolf, you have to like eat that amount to become like fucking 2-3 times your weight. So we're going off the basis of normal human being. Like, I guess I need to know how many calories we're taking in the fucking body to really calculate this. So we're not going to do that. So you have to eat that amount to like transform. So like most of them, like ones they'll transform. You have to think. I mean, I guess the average person, I don't know if the average they say if the average is 200, and you want to get to something that's 700 pounds, you have to eat fucking. You gotta eat 500 pounds of fucking meat, which I don't know how many calories that is. I guess I could put down there. I don't like putting down there. Someone got their fucking target. So yeah, they have to eat that amount. And the more advanced ones they can do it like slowly over time, and slowly transform. It's actually again, I gotta fucking get the author at some point. I'll probably throw it in the description. But they actually really thought this out. Now I'll throw some more information in the description of how like the sciencey shit, because they did explain both werewolves and vampires work. There's like a little bit of like scientific research because one of the characters becomes like a hybrid of it, but not in like the really fucking cool way. I don't think there has been any major like werewolf vampire hybrids, but not in like super fucking cool way, in like a more like, I don't know. I'm not gonna get into it. Werewolves are assholes. How I heard it was Dr. Creepin on YouTube narrating it. I highly recommend it. Really great voice. He's a really good fucking narrator, and the stories are hilarious. I don't know if it's been loaded. I don't know if it's been updated anymore. It depends on the author. I haven't fucking really been on that fucking binging his channel like I usually would. Kind of go away for a while and then just listen to a bunch of stories on the gaming and do another shit. But back to it. Arthur did a really good job. So obviously, you have to eat that amount and then your body slowly breaks away. Like, or fucking breaks down like fucking, so it can actually expand. Like, it's like, the transformation out of this stuff is really painful. Like, to like fucking, like, let's say for your werewolf claw to come out, your fucking nail has to pop the fuck off. Why that shit slides out, your bun fucking pop and split apart and roll longer and like rejoin and shit. You have to eat that, and then to de-transform, you can't just like hop back into a normal human after becoming that. Because like you have to eat all that, it has to come out. So typically they have to shit it out to be fucking. They have to fucking shit that. No, I should not have shit that. Which I've taken some fucking big shits. But again, take you from a giant fucking wolf man to a normal human. That much fucking. I mean, it's probably another person's worth of mass, especially if you're which I didn't even think. If you're a smaller person, you're gonna have to eat more. I didn't even think about that. I mean, I wish I'd done more research on like the amount of fucking. And granted, and then they just kind of, I'm pretty sure they just focused on. I mean, there's just a big focus on meat. Because obviously protein is what you need. But I wonder if you really need to fucking, because you're not just like a normal animal. I mean, obviously, there's still fantasy elements in that, even with the science and shit. So I wonder if you would need to fucking, like, not just meat, but like, the other fucking nutrients you need in your life, which would make this even more complicated. Which, I don't know if they've gone into that in this series, if they haven't. If they have, I don't remember. Because again, it has been a while. I think it's about time for a re-listen. It would have taken me a good point to get to that before this. But I was thinking about re-listening to it, because it's really fucking good. And it's been a while since I've done it. I typically wait till he updates it, and then I'll do the whole thing again. Because it is usually a big gap between them. To give you like a little refresher. But yeah. Which, I mean, yeah, no, that's like the perfect way. I guess that could be how it is. I mean, if you think of like Alex Mercer, who's the shapeshifter? Who's a fucking shapeshifter? Like the hereditary thing from the prototype series. He has to like heal himself. He has to absorb fucking people and like mass to redo it. So I guess that is, I guess it'd be more like that, along the lines of that, rather than just I can become anything at any time with no restrictions. That also comes across as like a shit that's in real life. Like you have to fucking. I guess you wouldn't want to come anything smaller than you. Unless it's like an ant-man, like compressing the atoms type shit. But yeah, no, it's just really fucking interesting. Yeah, I just like how they, really like how they do that. Because like you'll have the ones they'll transform once, and you either never transform or you're just like you transform once and you just kind of stay there because of the fucking process. I mean, they are fucking basically because like if you can already fucking the healing factor is already crazy as in normal fucking norm. So when you're in your well, you're fucking basically unstoppable. If I would have known there was going to turn into this, I would have sat down and did a whole fucking overnight. Like the whole universe. Because they have vampires in it too. I should have done that, but again, I'd have to re-listen to it. I didn't get into this lore dog of this fucking. It's probably obscure internet story. But it's really fucking good. I mean, you should, again, highly recommend it. Other people have narrated, but Dr. Creepin is usually where I go. So I do think. So I don't want to fucking. Other creatures. I guess zombies, we'll do real quick. The most realistic way they're going to happen is like the fucking Last of Us with the fungus, because the cordyceps fungus is real. It will get onto ants and control them. And make them fucking jump off of shit, get themselves eaten by something else so they can infect something bigger. So zombies are real. Become real. They're going to become the Last of Us, because if it's like Walking Dead, which, that's another thing. How the fuck do the Walking Dead zombies ever take over? I get a small area being infected, but there's no way. They're shambling fucking men. They're not like fucking running or anything. Like, they're overwhelming the fucking military. Or if look at, honestly, I don't know if it started in the series, because again, I haven't watched it in a long time. I stopped watching once they killed Glenn. Because fuck that. Steve Yen's the fucking it's great. But yeah, no, they killed Glenn, so I stopped watching. Like, especially like later in the series when they would have been decaying and shit. Don't know how to fucking spread. Don't know how to fucking spread. That version is the fucking fungus Last of Us version makes way more sense. And yeah, that makes sense of how those spread. Those things are fucking terrifying. The clicker sound has forever been skinned into my brain. That shit freaks me the fuck out. I got fucking PTSD from that shit. I remember playing The Last of Us remastered for the first time. Yeah, no. You're just fucking in an area and then you just hear that fucking sound. And you know you're fucked. You just know you're fucked. Most of the time, especially if you get some fucking heavy armor and shit. That's another thing. Is that they because it's like the fungus version, they just get stronger as they get rather than fucking weaker. Again, Walking Dead version, they decay. Which brings to another thing, like fucking, they're fucking decaying. How do they still have that kind of fucking life force that usually tear into a person or strength at all? Obviously, because Walking Dead's. For a zombie fucking show, it is more grounded than like fucking your World War Z or other shit. But yeah, no, the way they took over and just like still a major fucking problem. I guess the whole thing is like it's all in the whole thing of the name is Walking Dead, because like not only are you talking about the zombies, but it's also like you die. You know, whether you've been bitten or not, you're gonna turn. That's just sad. I guess, but I don't know, any kind of thing. Because it's the same thing for fucking superpowers. Where you can get that not a lot of them. Obviously, would have unforeseen consequences. unless you had other powers to compound on it. If you had one power, super strength, everything has an equal and opposite reaction, which means you lift something real fucking heavy that force is being inserted into your body, and if you're not enhanced, you're gonna die. You're gonna get crushed and shit. Same thing with invisibility is really funny. But it almost could still be, which this is a downside, that could become like OP for using fucking, I don't know. Basically, if you turn invisible, you're going to be blind because the way you see is fucking light coming in and then reflecting back. So you'd be blind. But I also thought, what if you're like fucking Daredevil? Bro, if Daredevil would go invisible. So that would be OP, like an alternate version where he's only invisible. He's only blind when he's invisible. And then learns to do all that shit. It would be crazy. Which I rambled about this in the ring, man. Just rewatched the series. Really hope, which I didn't think I ranted about this. Really hope Born Again's good. It fucking better be. And I heard they're doing some shit with Defenders. They're kind of good. That's something about that universe. So I think they're bringing in some of like the fucking shows, which I hope they incorporate Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. At least a couple. Well, I mean, at least quick. Hopefully more characters, cause I fucking love that show. Still gotta do the fucking ranking my fucking top whatever superhero shows. But I won't. I've said I'm not gonna do it now. But I'd have to sit there and research that. And like actually think of every show I've watched. Because there's definitely gonna be some I forgot. Well anyway, I mean but yeah, I think that's about it. As for the fucking creatures, those are like, I think the main ones that you can think of. That I can think of at the moment. And it is running all along. You've got the time up to where you should be. That's solid side. But yeah. Anyway, this has been Khalil or Rebel Eclipse. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, all that normal shit. Yeah, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And we are